I do have a bone to pick with you. I was angry with you you didn't even know this because we don't know each other, but
okay.
I was angry with you earlier this year because I I was on a family vacation, and not like you give a shit about this, but we do a show where we're doing, I land, producer Mike gets on, and it's like, okay, before we start this, I'm jet lagged, the whole thing. I get on, we have to get a preview show for Wimbledon out. Right. And I'm like, oh man, okay, well, I know who I think's going to win. Like it was pretty obvious to me at that point. And then fuck it if you didn't pull out 6 hours after I made my call. But so, and then I had to come on. So I had you and you and Pegula.
Thank you so much for picking me. I really, it means a lot.
Yeah,
thank you.
Well, yeah, sure. And then, so I basically just I chose you and Jess to get to the finals of Wimbledon. And then once the US Open came around, I said, I can't do this all over again. I'm just going to be lazy and pick the two that completely screwed me over at Wimbledon. And it ended up working out that time, which was
okay, then
which was
probably
great.
For the next Grand Slams, can you don't pick us? So we actually make it to the finals. Thank you. That's the deal.
Yeah. Hey, Techie, producer Mike, can you make a note?
Yeah, I got a note.
Got it. Okay.
Please, yes, remind him every
Perfect.
Grand Slam.
I don't know. I mean,
we're not the players to pick up.
I could make an argument.
You can blink like, okay, I picked them, but like, don't say that.
We'll throw an asterisk.
Well, I could argue against this though. Like, I picked you twice in the last two, and you won half of them. That's a pretty good clip rate. Like, if you win half the slams you play in for the rest of your career, that's not the worst, right? I mean,
I'm happy with that. Okay, then it's worth it.
Yeah. Talk to me about, because I'm fascinated by. I still think you at Wimbledon, we haven't gotten to see enough of you, obviously for various reasons, not playing a couple years ago, and then this year with a shoulder injury, a semifinal run sandwiched in between. But for you, as a fan of tennis, I'm frustrated because I think your game obviously fits Wimbledon so well, especially with the new tools that you have in your arsenal. How big of a deal is it for you to kind of establish that regular cadence at that tournament?
Well, I was actually quite frustrated. I had to pull out because I felt that, okay, now probably I'm ready to get really far in this tournament because I have all of those tools. I have a slice game, I have a drop shot, I have a serve, I have a quite strong ground stroke. So I felt like, okay, like I felt so good going into the Wimbledon, especially after Roland Garros experience when I didn't win the match. I felt so bad in the stomach, and I was like so hungry for playing the Grand Slam. I was so frustrated, and I'm really excited for the next year, and I hope we're gonna be ready like 100%, to play, and hopefully we'll make it happen. Your call, like probably it's gonna happen 1 year later. But I definitely feel like I've got more confidence going into the Wimbledon.
Was there a moment so obviously not playing Wimbledon is a disaster for a player, especially someone who can play on grass, frankly. I mean, I think Wimbledon, like you walk onto the Wimbledon and all of a sudden there are a lot less surface experts. I think there's more so than any other surface. You either get how to play on grass or you're searching for how to play on grass. I think she definitely gets how to play on grass. But if there's a silver lining, right, where Wimbledon, the Olympics, you kind of caught a pocket of mental rest, maybe, to where everyone else is grinding for a month and it's high stress situations. All of a sudden, you come out for the U.S. and starting in Canada, but the U.S. summer, and it was pretty apparent that you were going to have your place in that summer. So was there some benefit, not that you would ever choose it, was there some benefit to like at least having a mid-season break, even if it was forced and you didn't want it?
Yeah, I have to say that was, like, looking back now, I think it was much needed. And I had some struggles earlier in the season, like personal struggles. And then like I had like one injury after another one. So I like looking back, I could say that, yeah, my body were like giving up, like you just need to chill. You need to sit back, relax, and start everything over again. So I would say that I'm really happy for that little pause, so I could understand a lot of things. I could recharge my batteries, and I could practice well, and I could go to the US swing like fresher than the rest of the players. Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly came off that way. I mean, it looked like it was a downhill snowball the entire time, like that whole summer. It looked like you had separated from the field, at least for that month, right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen forever, but definitely in that month. I mean, it felt like you were on
for that moment.
Yeah, you were playing on a different planet than the people who were trying to take you out. So walk us through this off season, right? What do you view? Is it 2 weeks where we're finding a beach and we're putting umbrellas and cocktails for a couple of weeks? Is that in the plans? When do you start again? Are there racket adjustments to be made? How do you kind of negotiate the next 7 weeks or 8 weeks before you go down to Australia with rest, good time, mental break, and also, when do we start the Tiger up again?
Well, definitely not changing the racket. I think my racket working pretty well for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the next couple of weeks, I think 2 weeks, we have I'll be in Miami, like I'm so tired of traveling around. Like I just want to sleep in my bed, do nothing, no schedule, wake up whenever I want. So it's going to be like pretty chill days in Miami. Hopefully sometime on the beach, of course, cocktails. And I wish I could say a lot of desserts and a lot of sugar, but I'm just so afraid of losing my shape, so probably it's going to be kind of like some sort of diet. So 2 weeks of doing nothing, and then we start everything over again. And the preseason, I think I'm going to be in Dubai, so that's the plan.
Aryna, there are not many things that I can give logical advice on to you at this stage in your career. The only thing I can, from outside looking in, the only weakness that I see right there is you mentioning cocktails without actually mentioning your booze sponsor as well. So I'm going to give you another chance. What kind of cocktails are you having?
Okay. Double
there you go. There we got it. We got it. Yeah, there it is. I love it. My only value add is plugging alcohol. Yeah.
Hi to my double family. Yeah. We're here talking about
Good. It's great because people only will watch this online in clips, so they'll never know that it wasn't in the first one. Yeah, it'd be great.
They only know that I'm sort of alcoholic, but
yeah, that's it.
But they don't know what I drink. No, but I'm not alcoholic. I clear that I only drink to celebrate something, and in this case, I'm gonna celebrate my great season, and that's it. And then I'm not drinking, just so the world know.
I'll tell you something. Imagine, like I said, I don't want to make a joke of people that actually have like a problem, but imagine if it was like, oh yeah, I have like 3 drinks before I go on court. Like that would have been imagine how impressive her year would be then. Unbelievable.
Maybe we should say that, so the player's gonna start trying to do that, and then it's easier for us.
Yeah, just plant that seed in the locker room.
Yeah. We don't know if it's real.
You just start dropping Nobel bottles in your next opponent's locker the day before.
Yeah, fill the.
Maybe that's the plan. That's the plan for the next season.
Fill the tequila. If it's a Blanco, you fill it with water. If it's not, you fill it with a little apple juice, and just really get in people's heads. People don't know what's happening. Aryna, listen, we won't keep you any longer. We are huge fans of yours. I'm a huge fan of your progress. As a former player, I know your improvements and everything that you have accomplished. It's not an accident. So props to you. Please pass on our congratulations to your team. I just love that you're kind of rewriting the script on how to go about a career. You do your own thing. You're the most effective version of yourself, and you make no apologies for it. I give you a lot of credit for that. Please just get some sleep over the next 2 weeks, because we want to see the Tiger in full flight down in Melbourne. But thank you for joining us on Served. You're awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, go sleep.